So using this MCR calculation, we are going to, so it is called as elastic lateral buckling moment. It is, see this one. So in the today's class, I'm going to use this, but you can try both. If you are not comfortable with these calculations are a little bit lengthy. I already given you some notes directly. That is from Ramamrutam textbook actually. I'll show you that one. Here you can see this one. So what I'll be doing is I'm going to use this formula for solving a cantilever problem. If at all you think that whatever method earlier I used, if that is easier than this, you follow that one. You have to find out so many calculations are there here. Warping constant is there, torsional constant is there. Some extra calculations are there. Those are not actually difficult, but let us see that method. That is, how do we calculate? What I did was I used FCR, this one, this calculation I have done. From this, I was able to calculate the bending, that is FBD, using the table also. See this one I am telling. Now in the today's method, I am going to calculate MCR. Then after calculating MCR, I am able to find out the MD value. That is slightly different. Two methods I have already discussed. One in which the table was used and interpolation was done to get the appropriate value. In the problem that I have given you as assignment, in that one the author has solved using MCR calculation, how it is done. But you try with both. When you submit the assignment, the same problem you should solve by both the methods and submit it. Means calculation, you can calculate using MCR also, which is I'm going to explain now. That will be there now. The notes it is there. Then you should use the table and solve the problem for that stress. This one. Now here, see this one here. Am I audible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. You can see the design a 4.75 meter long cantilever built firmly into a concrete wall. It is a cantilever beam. It is subjected to a dead load of 15, live load of 10. Cantilever is laterally unsupported. It is unrestrained. So dead load is 15, live load is 10, total is 25 into 1.5 is 37.5. WL square by 2. L is 4.75 meter. I already told you that some boundary conditions they have to give in order to refer the table. If that is not given, LLT is whatever value is given in the problem only should be used. So we are going to use the same as effective length 4.75. W is the factored load, factored total load, it is live plus dead load 423.045. So ultimately what should happen now? Ultimately when you design the section, that's value should be more than or at least equal to this. When you design, it should be 423.045. If it is more than this, if the bending strength is more than this, we can say it is safe. Okay. So let us go. Let us solve this one. Now moment is calculated. My job is to select a trial section. Go on finding that this one here. Just one second. As you can see, there is no much difference between analysis type and design type problems. Here, we are getting the moment value, factored moment. We start with the trial section, again analyze that section. We are going to analyze that section for MD. That MD has to be more than the factored bending. Maximum shear force you can see here. Maximum shear force. W into L. So 178.125. Cantilever is laterally unsupported. Considering this condition, approximate plastic modulus 1.5 times this. Somebody is asking where is this formula? This formula is, this is general. It may be there. It is a general formula. It is general formula of MD. This one you should understand like this. You should remember this formula here. What is that? MD equal to beta beta B or whatever ZP FBD. Okay. From this one, what is ZP equal to? So you can remember like this also. Bending moment it is. This is moment of resistance. Okay, this is moment of resistance. It has to be equated to. It's very simple strength of material equations are there. If the formula is not there in the code book, try to remember that simple formula. That's all. I think you check whether this is there in beams. I'll just check and let you know. This is there in the beams part of the IS code, or it may be there in the appendix. Either in beams or appendix, you check this one. But try to remember this formula here because it is an approximate method of calculating Z value. So with this, with respect to 2792, you search in the code book for that table ZP where ZP is there. So this is we started searching for this number in this one. Somewhere here we got it's very close to this. So based on this number, I am selecting ISWB 550, which is having ZP equal to 030. This one. So all these are other geometrical properties here. Depth of the web and all you can see here. This calculation I will not go into the details. IY minor axis. MI about the minor axis is also there. So these are the values that we are going to use it. All those once the section is approximately selected, this will happen. Now next is section classification, as we have done in the whether the section is compact or whatever it is or plastic. So this section classification is based on B and D, which are to be calculated. So in the steel table, you have to understand one thing. This will not be there. You have to calculate it. This will not be there. You have to calculate. Now this is a plastic section. Okay. Design shear strength. So in some textbooks, they are not calculating 0.6 VD. So when you calculate the strength by using this formula, when you calculate the shear strength using this formula, don't try to compare this value with factored shear. This much strength is not possible, they are telling. Only 60% of this is possible. So 60% of this value should be more than the factored shear force that is acting on the beam. We can say 60% of that we calculate. 60% should be more than 178 point. You can see this 178 point. This value. I think I can follow this one. This has been done in the 6th sem also. So 0.6 VD should be more than, this is 454, which is more than that. So it is safe. The section is in the state of low shear. Let us see this. 178.15 is this value. This is a no problem. Shear is low, they are telling. Shear stress is low here. So no need to worry about this. It is much more less, they are telling. The section you can see here. Now the solution is solved in a slightly different way. Observe this. I'm going to calculate here elastic lateral torsional buckling. This is MCR, which I have not done in the previous examples. So you have to check that page here, which is here. See this one. This is here, no, MCR. You have to calculate this one. In that code book, it is there. So substitute the for all the values here. See, you can see there are some constants here, EI and GI and all those things. Flexural rigidity and torsional rigidity, we call them. This combination is, this is flexural rigidity. This one is, or this one, anything, elasticity into moment of inertia. So like this, shear modulus into moment of inertia is torsional rigidity. Elasticity into moment of inertia is flexural rigidity. So here you just substitute these values. You can observe this one here. You are going to calculate something called as this number here. See this. This one I have given. If you want, you can check in the mobile. I have sent it already. What is this? It is nothing but you just calculate this value here. Just see this. I'm trying to open that page actually. Whatever is given to you in the morning. I'll try to open in this PDF folder. I wanted to open it through that website. It is taking time. I don't know. Maybe the okay. This one you observe here. Can you see this page?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Beta B is one. See, whatever notes today morning I shared from Ramamurtam textbook, only two pages are there. That is more than enough. Beta B in this formula, you see here in this formula, beta B is 1 for plastic and compact sections. If it is semi-compact, you have to calculate ZE by ZP. This is what is the meaning of that beta B actually. I think you may be knowing it already. Now the next page was, you see this FBD chi LT Fy by gamma M naught. I am trying to tell you this one. See this. Okay. Chi LT calculation has to be done first. That is all. Already it is given to you that formula. But even then, I'm trying to come back to this. The reason is, observe this one.
Sir, it's not visible.
You can't see this page, eh?
No,
No, sir.
sir.
No, sir. No, sir.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Because this page is
So
important for
the
me.
so the formulas which you sent is there in the code book, sir.
No, no, in codebook it is there, but I'm trying to tell you the second method which I am using in that cantilever, wherein I'm trying to calculate MCR. Anyway, I'll just try to open it through that website. It is not allowing. I don't know. Maybe today it is little bit slow actually. I can open this IS code, but exactly those pages I'm trying to open here. Let me try once again. It will get overlap now. There will be overlapping. Anyway, I'll just do it. I'll take you to that particular point where these are defined actually. Then we'll use this in this. Okay. Can you see it now?
Yes, sir.
Can you see this MD equal to? It is there.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Through the website, I opened it now because directly I think it was there is a problem again. So this you can see MD and all.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay. No problem. Okay. So this is what I have given there. These are the 3 pages I have given. I'll just go to this particular formula where MCR is there. This formula is there, no, here. Okay. See, these are the things that all whatever the notations were there, no, shear modulus, modulus of elasticity, torsional constant. Okay. How to find this torsional constant here? This one I will make it clear first, so that I can proceed over there. This value I am going to tell you how it is done. Sigma bi ti cube by 3. Okay. Somewhere here only I need to draw the figure. Now you concentrate on how to calculate torsional constant. Okay. sigma bi ti square. There are three rectangles here in this I section. Three rectangles are there. For each rectangle, there is a summation is there. You have to just add the bt cube by 3 of all the three rectangles. You try to understand this one in this way. Add bt cube by 3 of all the three rectangles. First one is a, just observe this. First one is this one. This is one rectangle you have to assume. Same property, even this is having. So I'll write it. I'll show in that notes also. I'm just trying to explain how it is. 2 times because there are two rectangles, flanges are there. Okay. B TQ by 3. What is the dimension of this I section? You just check it. I have selected it already. IS. I think it is a 250 and 550. This is 250, I think. Just check this one in the solution. That is otherwise you just.
Yes, sir. 250, sir.
This is 250. Okay. 250 into flange thickness. 17.6.
17.6.
Okay. So I'm trying to make it simple. Just observe this. Other things you can learn fast on your own. This is whatever is not taught till now. That I'm trying to make it clear. Because you see, G is shear modulus E by 2 into 1 plus mu. This is a very common formula. It is strength of material equation. It is where Poisson's ratio is mu, which is equal to 0.3. These calculations are not they are not going to bother much. Already they are there in strength. So here, see, torsional constant is calculated like this: 2 into B TQ by 3, 250 into 17.6 raised to 3 by 3. Okay. I'll not write it here. Plus, I'll show you in the. I'll just open. I'll remove this page and I'll start that solution. That time I'll show you. But try to understand. It is 250 into 17.6 raised to 3 by 3 because of this equation. So this is 2 because there are two flanges, and 1 is this. So 1 into what is the, how you calculate this one? How you are going to calculate this related to web? Now you see this. Remaining rectangle you have to take. That's all. Remaining rectangle you have to take. Let us say this one. This rectangle is B. What is that formula? B TQ by 3 for this rectangle. How much is the fly? That is web width. Web width is 10.5. This one is 10.5. Okay. So you have to add that one here. I will write it. This one. This height is how much? How much is this height? Total minus, you have to remove this, no? Total minus this. So you'll get this height into this. So BT cube by 3, you have to add, that's all. Any question in this case? Any question here?
No, sir.
I'm trying to tell you IT calculation here, which is summation BTQ by 3 for open sections like I sections. So BTQ by 3, what I have done, you observe here. thickness is 17.6. Here also, in this case also, this is how it is calculated, torsional constant. Here also, don't go by your normal strength of material equations. Here also it is thickness raised to 3. In both the cases, it will be thickness raised to 3. Here also it is thickness raised to 3. Okay. So what is the thickness here? I told you, how much is that one? Thickness of web is 10.5. Is it clear, this one? Summation of BTQ by 3. I'll write it here. Observe this. 10 point. How much is that web of thickness? 10.5. I'll write it. Observe this. First term you don't know. I'll explain that one. 10.5 BTQ into, for this middle rectangle, no, that is web, H minus TF. This is how the formula is used. This one is also BTQ by 3 only. This is how this torsional constant is calculated. Anyway, I'll just remove it. I'll go to that page only now. So here, okay, I'll draw it here again. You look at these values and see this one. Slight approximations will be there here because these are not accurate rectangles. Average thickness it is. When I say thickness of flange is average, it is somewhere here. Now you look at this formula here. Then now you try to understand this one. Because remaining calculations, I will not take this much of time. I'll concentrate here only. Remaining calculations, already you know it, most of them. So let us concentrate on this. Summation B TQ by 3. Remember, thickness has to be raised to 3. Thickness has to be raised to 3, irrespective of its orientation. Now H minus TF. This second term is there, it is related to this part. So how they have taken, in the way it is taken, I'll show you. They are not removed 2 times. See this, if you look at the formula here. This is how much? H minus H minus TF. I think you can follow it now. H minus TF is here. Then thickness of web raised to 3 by 3. This is all. So you calculate this number, you'll get this as the final value. What you need to understand here is, irrespective of the orientation of these flange and web, it should be T raised to 3 only, thickness raised to 3 only. There are 2 terms because these are the 2 flanges are there. So here they have not taken actually this distance, H dash or whatever you can call it. This they have not taken. Otherwise, it would have been H minus 2 TF. They have gone to the center to center of this. Okay. This is all, as I told you, approximation. Now coming back to, see, this is calculated now. One more, see, one more calculation is there. This one I will explain. Rest all is, I think, rest all is already we have done. One, see this. Remaining is we have done. Remaining I will not spend more time. I'm going to spend more time here again. IW is what and all that. Okay, and beta F. That is why I have shared that page in the morning. But anyway, I'll just go back there. Distance between center of flanges H minus TF. This is taken, we can see. In order to understand this one here, this one, everything is there in the code book, but still you observe. In order to understand beta F is equal to, see that one, that formula, it will be 0.5. Answer will be 0.5. You don't have to. That's why I'm a little bit slow here, because I don't have to explain the many things here which you already know here. Only I'm going to show you here what is that warping constant. You can see this one here. In code book, where it is, torsional constant summation b t cube by 3. They are calling it as bi ti raised to 3 by 3. Generalized. To generalize, I is used there. You can say bt cube by 3 for open sections. Warping constant IW. So we are going to calculate this one. Then only you are able to find out MCR. Now let us see, torsional constant is done already. Torsional constant is already done it here. Warping constant I am going to calculate now. Ultimately, I'm trying to find out MCR here. Ultimately I'll arrive at MCR value. Before that, I need to do all these calculations. So here, warping constant is equal to 1 minus beta F into beta F IY HF square. Where what is IFC and what is IFT? Now, in this formula here, warping constant, if you see here, just observe this one. Warping constant equal to 1 minus beta F into beta F IY HF square. Now, how do you find beta F here? It is beta F is equal to IFC by IFC plus IFT. Now, what are these? IFC, MIF compression flange about YY axis, minor axis, YY means. IFT, you can see both are related to flanges. That is why IF is there in both. C and T means compression and tension flanges. Top is compression flange, bottom is tension flange. So IFC equal to MIF compression flange about minor YY axis. Similarly, IFT equal to MIF tension flange about YY axis. Both will be same in case of I sections. So it is IFC by IFC plus once again IFC only. So 1 by 2 means 0.5. So it is, the answer here we are getting is 0.5. So IFC is 0.5. Are you getting this point? Means beta f is 0.5 because MIF compression flange and MIF tension flange both are of same dimensions, both are separated by equal distance from their neutral axis. So both values will be same, no need to even calculate them. Simply put the beta f as 0.5. This is 0.5 is taken. Okay, is it clear this one? How this formula of warping constant is calculated? So actually for warping constant, I need beta f. Beta f is always 0.5 for I sections. No need to even calculate or anything. Simply put it as 0.5 if it is I section. It means you are going to substitute all this here in this formula in order to find IW. All these IT, IW are required to find out finally MCR value. That is why purposely I have not taught this one in the beginning. I told you other two options, use the table 13A, that option, and one more simple formula. Both I have explained. You can use that only, but I'm trying to explain third method also. In the examination, it is not mentioned that you should use MCR. Find out MCR, then only find out FBD. They can't say like that because all should be equal. Otherwise, what is the necessity of giving three formula for one calculation of FBD? Why they have given three? Whichever you feel easy, you should use that one and solve the problem. So I'm just trying to make you understand how this is MCR is calculated. Okay. So this is observe here. Torsional constant is B TQ by 3 summation of three rectangles T irrespective of the orientation, it is thickness only. IW warping constant 1 minus beta f into beta f IY HF square. This one I'll just show you the calculation only. Beta f is always for I section, it is 0.5. It means even if you don't mention this and this, IFC and IFT, directly if you substitute in this equation only 0.5, it is no problem. For I section, we can say, see, even you don't need to write all these things in the notes in the problem. You can simply say beta F is 0.5 because of I section. That's all. So this is how you need to understand this third method, which is little bit elaborate. Not as simple as the one which we have tried already. Ultimately, I'm trying to tell you that today's class MCR calculation, which was not done. MCR method of solving the problem was not done earlier. Coming back to the solution here. Now, I told this formula here. Just now I explained it. 1 minus beta f, where it is, I'll show you, just see this. Where it is, I'm talking about this formula now. Same formula that just now I told you. This formula I will calculate IW here. So 1 minus 0.5 because beta b, in outside the bracket 0.5 beta f, IY is already given for the given section, steel table. IY into HF raised to 2. Okay, HF is already 532.4. It is here. HF is here. It means to calculate IW, you know everything now. You know how I am going to get this value IW. Okay, this is all exercises just to calculate MCR. Finally, I am getting MCR somewhere here. See this. I have not reached there. So pi square EI by LT square. See this formula here. So after calculating IW, you calculate pi square EI by LT square, then torsional rigidity, then pi square E See this one, both these two formula are not same. Huh? Just see this. I'm trying to tell you about this one. This one. What is the difference in these two? Have you noticed this one? What is the difference here?
High value, sir.
What is that?
High value, sir.
Okay. I value is different. So all these calculations are required for calculation of MCR. So you substitute those corresponding values. IW just now I calculated. IW is not there in the steel table. IY is there in the steel table. That is why I did all this exercise, whatever I told you here, beta F and all these things, to calculate IW which is required here. Okay. So for IW, I need beta B and all those things. So finally calculate these three values, three constants, then substitute in MCR. You observe this one MCR formula here. It is same as whatever you have seen. Directly those constants we have put, that's all. These values we have put here. Finally in MCR you substitute these values. Once again I'll take you back to this formula here. Okay. Now you see this one here. Remaining I will be going fast. I'll tell you what is done there. All calculations are same remaining. Only this MCR is a problem for you people. So MCR is calculated here. Then you find out. So MCR is here now. MCR is here. You find out gamma lambda LT. Now lambda LT calculation is now it is different here. I have not used this formula in previous cases. Lambda LT. Lambda LT was not calculated when I used the table 13A or the table when it was used. Okay. Directly FCR and FY 250 and it was interpolated. Those values are interpolated. That was the fastest method. It is easy and fast method. Here what I have to do after finding MCR, I am going to use MCR here. See this. I am going to find lambda LT, phi LT, then chi LT. Then chi LT here. After finding chi LT, I think I don't need to explain this one now. I have done it already. Only this lambda LT is different. That's all. The way I calculated lambda LT, MCR is not there in the previous solutions. So using MCR, that is root beta B ZP FI by MCR, I am going to find lambda LT. You go back to the previous day notes, how lambda LT was calculated without MCR. Okay. Now here, phi LT as usual it is phi LT. Once you know this lambda LT, the formula is remains the same, where alpha LT is 0.21 again, same it is. Substitute all this, finally you arrive at chi LT. Chi LT is used for FBD here. Chi LT is used for FBD here. Again, the final formula is same. Huh? It is again chi LT Fy by gamma M naught. The way chi LT calculation is slightly different because it involves MCR, which was not discussed in the beginning only. Somewhere I have sent you one page in which I have written at the bottom PTO for another method. So out of these three methods that I have explained, use any one which you are comfortable. I won't say that you should use this formula only in the question paper also. We cannot dictate that one. Otherwise, what is the fun in giving three equations? If only one equation has to be used, then what is the use of understanding or studying other two? So that they don't give like that. You have to use whichever you are comfortable with. finally design bending strength is calculated here. Beta B after finding FBD, which is equal to chi LT Fy by gamma m naught. So MD is equal to beta B ZP. You can see FBD. So 3, how much is this? 572.97, which is more than the factored bending moment. So the section is safe against bending. Section is safe against bending. Check for web buckling is done as usual. I have already done it. Already this has been done. Check for web buckling, that is this one and all is done in the previous example. Okay. Even though it is assignment, I am trying to explain it. This is an assignment problem was given to you people here. So this is is it clear, this one? Any problems in this?
Yes, sir.
Just go back and check it how IW is calculated. IW is lengthy, that's all. IW calculation. If you remember beta F as 0.5, again you can this can be faster also. This can be faster also. But finally I have reached a MD value. For the assumed trial section, MD value was obtained after calculation of FBD in a different way. Can you hear me, all of you? Am I audible?
No, sir, not yearly.
The net has gone down here. So anyway, see this one here, MD. Am I audible right now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can unmute. There is no problem. You can unmute and tell, no problem. If there is no disturbance in your house, you can keep unmute, no problem. Otherwise, you have to mute it. So here 572.97 is MD value. So again, you observe FBD calculation is different. The way FBD is calculated is using MCR. MCR I have not used till now. In all the previous classes also, MCR was not used. So you can you go through this, because see, one problem I wanted to give here. Otherwise, I'll continue the same remaining part in the next hour also. Observe this one here. Ultimately, I want you people to solve this problem. Once you can solve this one means I will go to the module 2 actually. If you say that I can solve this example here, that is continuous beam ABCD consists of 3 spans, 4.5 meter length each. The beam has to carry a factored UDL of 35 on the whole length. The beam is laterally unsupported. A beam section ISMB is proposed. Investigate if this proposed section is safe. One thing you try to understand, if the last sentence is not given, simply if they say design it, means you have to use that approximate ZP and just continue the solution. Here they have made your life more comfortable. They have given you this ISME 300. Whether for this condition, whether this section is suitable or not, you have to check. You have to just find out the bending moment by Clapeyron's 3-moment theorem. What you have to do? You have to find out the moments. Find out the maximum moment. Then that moment, factored moment has to be calculated, and MD for this section has to be calculated, ISMB. So MD for this section has to be more than the maximum bending moment occurring anywhere in this continuous beam. Whichever is maximum, that value should be less than MD of ISMB 300. So we'll continue in the next class. There was some problem from my side here because of this net speed. Today, I don't know what is the problem. Internet is a little bit slow here. I'm not able to upload the pages. Anyways, MCR calculation I have explained. You take it as only today MCR was explained. The rest all I have not done. You go through that one. Otherwise, I'll continue from wherever I left in the today's class. But try to go through the remaining part. If you can manage, it is better. Ultimately, you have to solve one continuous beam like this. If you solve this continuous beam, it means you are able to